Hey everyone, Kevin here with Divinely Designed, and I have a soap making video. I haven't made soap in a long time, and haven't made a soap making video in longer. So this is going to be kind of a cutesy soap kind of project. I thought I would make a small little soap, like a guest soap maybe, that's kind of cute. And then I'm going to have another video to do a packaging of it. So it's going to be a two-part project. One will be making the soap, and then the other one will be making the box and the presentation to put the soap in as a little bit of a gift. So what the theme kind of is I'm going to do little mini cupcakes, I think. So I have this kind of mini cupcake mold. This is actually a candy mold. But I thought they would make kind of cute little mini cupcakes. So just going to fill them and then do some piping on top, like like a frosting. And then I have some raspberries that I've already made. These I made from a mold that I made myself a long time ago from real blackberries. Actually, I used blackberries for the mold, but these are really cool looking. They look just like real blackberries, obviously, because they're made from real blackberries. So I have a whole bunch of those that I already made, so I'm going to kind of put those on top. I'll have the recipe down below, but what I have, besides my oil and my lye water, I've kind of split them out. One half I intend to do for the base, and this is probably going to be more than I need to fill this little cupcake mold. So I have some other silicone cupcake molds that I might make a little bit bigger. But I'll do one half for the base and one half for the topping. Now, I do have a Wilton bag all ready to go with a Wilton 21 tip, number 21 tip in it. So that's a little star-shaped kind of tip. I have some fragrance. I'm using sun-ripened raspberry fragrance oil from Nature's Garden. Now, I like the fragrance, but I find it a little bit subtle, so I wanted to bump it up. So I actually have it mixed with strawberry preserves fragrance oil, also from Nature's Garden. So it gives and I find that one has a very sweet berry fragrance to it. So I find the combination much better than just the sun-ripened raspberry alone. It obviously does have some of a strawberry smell to it, but I think that's fine for our cupcake here in the end. It's very berry, it's very sweet kind of smelling. I have some sodium lactate and some aloe vera liquid. I have a little bit of pink chiffon mica from Mad Oils, and if I remember correctly, they stopped stocking pink chiffon. It's a really pale, pretty pink, so I'm going to use that for the base, and the other half is just going to be white. So I have some titanium dioxide from Bramble that I have pre-mixed in a little squeeze bottle here. And then I have some glitter to go on top. And gosh, don't ask me where I got the glitter from. I got it so long ago, I don't even remember. But this one is from Mad Oils, and I think it's called Sparkle Me Pretty. It's super, super shiny. So I thought I'd use a little bit of a combination of white, red, and this Sparkle Me Pretty, which is kind of like a white silver, almost like a platinum kind of sparkle. And I think that's it, okay? So I don't know that I'm going to do a lot more talking. I think we'll just, I might speed up the video just a little bit, but otherwise I'm just going to make my soap. All right, here we go. I just wanted to take a minute to sort of focus in on the white here and the consistency. So if you're going to use this for piping, you obviously need a very thick consistency. You actually kind of want to move past thick trace. So if you can see right now, if I take my spatula and I put up some soap, you can see it stays on the top. It doesn't really sink back in. So I'm really at thick trace here, but I want to move past even this. This is still too liquid, and I've been waiting probably about 10 minutes for this. You can see when I stirred, it still gets kind of loose and it flows kind of freely off of my spatula. Maybe a little bit of clumping there, but we definitely need it thicker than this. You want to have some resistance, when you're piping it, like it's not just going to flow out of the tip. So patience is a virtue here. This recipe is not necessarily, I wouldn't say it's very, very slow moving, but it definitely gives you time to play with it here. You definitely wanted to move past this initial thick trace here, okay? So I'm going to give it a few more minutes to thicken up a little bit, and we'll be right back. Okay, everyone, I think we're ready. This actually has been a fairly slow-moving recipe, so if you're looking for, kind of a slow-moving one, this might be a good one to try. Again, I'll have the recipe down below in the description. But it's been, it's probably been almost 30 minutes. But there's definitely a difference now, so you can see from before where it would sort of flow off. Now it's kind of, chunk. It doesn't even come off the spoon, and when it does, it's a big kind of glop, okay? So that's definitely better, thicker. I could even wait a little bit longer and get this a little bit, even thicker, and I think I'd be okay, but I think this will be okay. This should still hold its shape when I'm piping, so we'll see how that goes, okay? Now, my other soap has been sitting and it's definitely firmed up, but it's still wet on top, so if I touch it, you can still see that. But it's definitely a lot firmer. So just to make sure I don't have any problems with the soap sticking, the soap I pipe, I'm going to just sort of mess up the top here a little bit. You're not going to really see the tops anyway. So I'm just taking a stick and kind of messing it up there a little bit so that when I pipe it, it'll have a nice surface area to sort of stick to. Okay. All right, let's get our soap in a piping bag here. Okay, so for the little ones, I'm going to start in the middle, kind of quickly go to the side, go around the edge, and when I get back to where I was, then move up to sort of the second level and continue to make a little peak. Now the peaks don't need to really be super pretty here because eventually I'm going to put a little raspberry on there. So, they don't have to look perfect or anything, but this is a star tip so you get those nice little lines in it. So if I show you here, so that's what I want to try and keep some of those lines in there, okay? And it looks like it's holding it. Okay, I think that's good. Let me go take care of my visitor, my kitty visitor, and then I'll be right back. These can actually stand to firm up a little bit. Okay, all right, I took care of my kitty visitor. So I have some glitter I want to put on, and I actually want to put it on before I put my raspberries on, because I don't necessarily want the glitter on top of the raspberries. Now I have this white glitter that's clear. So I'm going to use a little bit of that. Okay, and then I have some of that Sparkle Me Pretty I'm going to try as well. Now it has a really silver look to it, so I think it may be a little bit overwhelming, but let me try some of that. So this is super shiny. It looks pretty good, actually. I thought it might be a little bit overwhelming, but it looks good. It's sort of catching in the little ridges. Now it's super fine, so it's everywhere in the air at the moment. I don't know if you can see that, but and then I have a little bit of red glitter, and I'm just going to try this. We'll see. I don't know that I want a lot of this. Yeah, I'm not sure I like it. This is my one little experimental cupcake, I guess, because the piping's not so great. Okay, I think I'm going to leave the red off. I'm not really liking it. So, and then next is just a little raspberry to go on top. And that's why the tops didn't matter so much. Gonna put some over here as well. These are actually a little big for these mini cupcakes, but they are kind of the perfect size here for these larger cupcakes. And these are normal sized cupcake liners, I should say. So they look really good. Now, I can't remember exactly what colors I used to make these. I want to say it was Matte Oil Mica's Vodoo, mixed with maybe a little bit of Flirt to give it that raspberry color. But I may, once this is all solidified and nice and firm, I may actually come back with a little bit of dry mica and brush the raspberries themselves to sort of bump up their color. They're pretty good looking right now, actually. I think they're pretty close, but they could use a little bit more red to them. So we'll see. I'm going to let them firm up before I do any of that. Now the problem with doing that is when you're dry brushing it, it certainly could get on the on the other icing or the top of the cupcake. So I may try it on my experimental one here and see how that goes. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to end up changing my plan for this. I was just going to do little boxes for the mini cupcakes, but I think what I'll do is 3 different sets with 1 big cupcake and then 4 little ones. So I'll make 3 different little hostess gifts or little gift sets with a big cupcake and then 4 little guest cupcakes to go with it. And I'll do 3 of them. And then this extra one and the extra little ones will be for me. So, okay. All right, so stay tuned for kind of the unmolding after everything is firmed up. And we'll be back after the break. Bye, y'all. Okay, everyone, here we are with the cupcakes unmolded. They came out great. These little tiny ones are super cute. That glitter on top is super sparkly, so I'm really happy sort of with the final result. And the big ones came out pretty good too. I'm glad I didn't use the red glitter. I ended up I don't like it as much. I like just the sort of sparkle, the sparkle of that kind of Sparkle Me, what's it called? Sparkle Me Plenty from Mad Oils. It's super, super shiny. So they came out great. I didn't film the unmolding because it was really just taking them out of those silicone molds. And that's really it for this this soap video. So as part of the same sort of project here, I'm also going to be making a box to hold these. So if this is one of the boxes here, so it's a box with sort of a clear top in it, and it has a piece of paper in that holds the little soap cupcakes in place. So I'm going to be doing a separate video for paper crafting for making this box as well. So if you want to watch that video, there will be a link to that video in the description box of this video down below. And that's it. Thanks so much for watching, and happy soaping, everyone. Bye.